Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about Kindles again. So I did do like a video that more specifies what and why I love my Kindle. This video is going to be finding books to download for my trip to Europe. So I'm not planning on bringing any physical books just because that's ridiculous. I don't need to. We're gonna find some books on Kindle Unlimited, searching everywhere for books that I think I would be interested in reading. If I don't read them on my Europe trip, I'm still going to read them sometime this year. But I figured, why not make a video out of that, find some books, talk about some books that I have read on Kindle. I have my app pulled up on here, and then I also have my Kindle here. So we'll kind of probably start on the phone because I feel like it's a little bit easier, and we're just gonna find some books that I'm interested in. So if you have not yet, please give this video a like and subscribe down below so you don't miss any more of my videos. I am going on a 10-day trip to Europe in a little less than a week, so really exciting, but I definitely want a few books for the plane ride there and back, along with the car ride to the airport. I have several hours, maybe even some downtime in the hotel room at night. So without further ado, let's get into this video and find some books on Kindle. Okay, I will screen record on my phone and put it up here when I'm going through the Kindle app. I do want to say I did bring over 3 books that I have on my January TBR list, as well as books that I just really want to read. So these are going to be books that I'm looking for specifically. If I can't find these books, I know one of them is definitely on there, but if I can't find the other 2 books, we will just find other books to read. The first one is Phantasma by Kylie Smith. I have been itching to read this book. I don't know why, I don't know what it is, it just seems so interesting to me and I want to pick it up. So this is definitely going to be one that I'm looking for. The one that I know that's on Kindle Unlimited is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This is the book that I'm on for the Harry Potter series, and I really want to read it. I already think I have it downloaded, so we're gonna double check. And then the third book is Beartown by Frederick Bachman. I don't know if this is on Kindle Unlimited. I hope it is. If it's not, we might purchase it. We'll see. So let's look. These are just 3 books that I have from my TBR that I'm interested in. But without further ado, let's actually look. Okay, so just looking here on my main app, I do have quite a few things from my library, and a lot of these books have been read. So looking, I do have the Half-Blood Prince. So this is one that I for sure am going to keep on here. So the next book I want to look for, let's do Beartown first and see if it, okay, so it's not included in Kindle Unlimited, but I'm going to wait. Let's see if Phantasma, I don't think that is either, but it is. Perfect. So we are going to, oh wow, amazing. We are going to read for free. That will add, yes. So let's download this. So Phantasma, perfect. That is one that I definitely wanted to read. Let's go into some of their recommendations. So I did just purchase Love Redesigned, and I think I'm going to add that one to my list. Wild Love seems so interesting to me, but I don't want to add too many books that aren't already on my TBR. By a Thread, that's a book that I have and I have been meaning to read. It is not on my January TBR, but we are going to download that. This is like a, oh, it says a grumpy boss romantic comedy. So it's kind of like a Grumpy Sunshine trope romance. It is a thick book, however, so that's the only thing that worries me with romance books, because how much, you know, how much information and depth can you really get in a romance book? Some of them are good though. Okay, that's everything in that first kind of suggested part. Let's go into these based on my reading. I have been seeing The Boyfriend everywhere, but I do not think I'm going to download that one. One, I don't have the book, and two, it just isn't on my radar. I feel like I've seen some not so great reviews on it. These are a lot of like, I feel like darker books. Ooh, I cannot wait for Onyx Storm to come out. I don't even think I've pre-ordered it yet, but it's going to come out while I'm away. What day is it? Oh, okay, so it comes out in like 3 days. But I hope you can't hear the dryer or the washer. I apologize if you can. Yeah, I don't think I've pre-ordered that book, so I gotta get on that because I definitely want to read that book pretty quickly to when it comes out. Phantasma, of course. See, this one, do I want to purchase it? That's the only thing I don't know if I want to purchase it. If I already have 2 books that I own, I don't necessarily need to download Beartown, let alone buy it if I own it. So I might just have to start a different book for right now. Let's see. This one, I don't think there's going to be any books that I'm kind of interested in there. Okay, this is kind of getting to not unlimited. Let's see these. Serpent and the Wings of Night, Hopeless. Now, I do have, let's go to my home. I do have a lot of these books. Like the first one I read, in Heartless, I do have it downloaded. It's the next book that I'm in for the Chestnut Spring series. So that's already there. Twisted Hate, same thing. That's the book that I'm on for the Twisted Love series. So I have that downloaded. Let's talk about some of the books that I have read. One of them being Daisy Hates. You can see that right there. Daisy Hates, I ended up downloading when I was going to Florida. So I was on my way to Florida for my marathons and I had downloaded it. I had to put a pause in the video because that washer was getting so loud. So hopefully you can't really hear it. The spin cycle has definitely gone silent. Anyway, I cannot stress enough how much I loved reading the Magnolia Parks Daisy Hates series on Kindle, specifically the Daisy Hate series, because in the books, I'm pretty sure I've talked about this somewhere, but in the books, it has like a sentence and then it gives you like a one, almost like a dictionary or a school book does, where the one you have to go to the bottom of the page, read what like her inside thoughts are, and then you go back to your point. When you're reading it on Kindle, it has that 1 or the 2 or whatever number it is for that chapter. You click it, it pops up, and then you can just keep reading. So it's just a lot easier instead of like getting to that point, going down to the bottom, going back up, finding your spot and continuing. So that's one series, and it's on unlimited, so you don't have to pay for it. If you were wanting to get into the Magnolia Parks Daisy Hates kind of world, think about doing it on Kindle Unlimited, especially for those Daisy Hate books, if that's something that's going to bother you, because it made it so seamless and I read so fast because of it. House of Flame and Shadow is another book that I read on Kindle and in physical copy. If you didn't know, those books are very, very big and very heavy. So taking a Kindle is a lot easier than taking a book to work, and I enjoyed it. So it's just like little things like that that I really enjoy about the Kindle. Let's sync. So I'm just gonna push the sync kind of thing so it can sync all of the books that I just found, and I'm gonna move you down so you can see what I'm doing. We have the books here. I'm gonna click on each one of them. Oh, perfect. I'm gonna click so they can start queuing and loading up, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the books that I'm hoping to read. Perfect. So now I have those new books loaded into my Kindle. That way when I get on the plane, it's not like, oh no, I have not synced them, I have not queued them, and they're not loading. They're already there. Now, there are a few things that I wish you could do with the Kindle, like separating it. Maybe you can. If you can, let me know. But separating it so you have the books that you haven't read and the books that you have read, because sometimes it's so much going through and finding, okay, wait, what did I read that one? Did I not read that one? For example, Middle of the Night, I have started that book in physical copy, but I have not finished it. But Throttled, I did finish, and Daisy Hates, I did finish. So I just don't like that it's kind of like scattered around, and it makes it hard to see what I have and what I have already completed. All right, I might have answered my own question because I did find out you can filter it into unread, so that makes it a little bit easier so I can see specifically the books that I have not read. So let's talk about a few of these books, including the ones that I just added. So the first one we have is Phantasma by Kylie Smith. This is a romantasy book that I would say has gotten popular within the most recent months. I don't know if it's like a new book or if, let's see. It looks like it came out, okay, so 2024. So not old at all. I love that there's like a little spice meter that someone put. 3 spicy. This is a part of 2 books. The second book is not yet out yet, but that is the first book I have downloaded. Then we have By a Thread by Lucy Score. Again, I kind of talked about this. Grumpy Sunshine, really thick book, honestly. This one came out in 2020, so not a new book by any means. I just have not picked it up. Love Redesigned, this was one that I just downloaded from the Lakefront Billionaire series by Lauren Asher. Like I said, I just read Throttled by Lauren Asher and I really enjoyed it, so I figured why not start another series by her. And this one is a fairly new book within the last 2 years. Middle of the Night, I am about 24% of the way through by Riley Sager. Not that it's a bad book. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that he's actually one of my favorite, or my favorite thriller author. I think it was just when I picked it up, I didn't love, you know, like I wasn't interested in that book at the time. Then we have Brutal Prince. I honestly don't know why I downloaded this book. I know it's good, but it's such a big book series. It's 6 books and I'm not really looking to start a book like that right now, but I might as well just keep it downloaded. The Ashes and the Starker's King. I did recently download this book not too long ago. This is the second book and I really enjoyed the first one. I just picked up the second one, so maybe this is high on my radar and my read list. It is a fantasy book. There's vampires in it. Super intriguing, super fun, full of action too, which I think makes a book go really fast. We have Heartless by Elsie Silver. That is another romance book. This is the second book after, I think it's Flawless, and it's more of the country style like romance books, which I'm not a huge country person, but I find it fun. This is a small town single dad romance, so there is like a one parent kind of thing. I've never read a book like that, but we'll see if I like it. I'm not sure. We have Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent. This book I do own and I have been looking forward to reading it. It's just not high on my list. It's a fantasy book, obviously a lot of action. I think there is, yes, so this is where she is a slave. So she's been a slave for like a long time, 10 years maybe, and she's finally getting out. So exciting. Hunting Adeline. If you know, you know. I have not read that book. I do have it on here. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, which will probably be one that I start very soon. These are comfort books, very easy for me to read. Young adult, love them. Twisted Hate, not high on my priority. This is book 3 of the Twisted series. Romance. Each one has a trope, basically. This one says on the cover, he hates her almost as much as he wants her. So I don't know if it's like a Grumpy Sunshine or I don't know. It could be worse than that. And then Behind the Net. I don't know why I have this downloaded other than I think Destiny had mentioned this in a video a while back and she enjoyed it. It is a sports romance, which I feel like Romance books are really easy to get into and pretty fast because there's no world building, hierarchy, knowledge that you need to really grasp before getting into the book. Those are the books that I have downloaded, and I think those are the books I'm going to keep. If you guys have any recommendations for Kindle Unlimited books or any books that you think I might enjoy while I'm gone, please let me know. This video will be up before I leave. Hopefully I can get some recommendations before I leave. If not, I have the books that I'm kind of interested in. If you want any more Kindle kind of videos, let me know and I will definitely talk about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was like a short, sweet video, but it's fun looking at what Kindle Unlimited has to offer. I feel like sometimes the way that it's filtered makes it kind of hard to see what books are on Kindle Unlimited and what isn't. But I love my Kindle, and if you have any questions about them, let me know. Yes, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, again, give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.